and then we go.
I'll be having conversation with people, and they'll be like, "So what do we do? What is our option? How do we change our material condition? How do we change the reality around us?" And I mean, you can't do that. Hey, yo, you say they teach you about 9/11 in school?
Yeah.
What they teach you about 9/11? Why did the plane hit the buildings? You got to say it loud enough so I can hear you.
The Muslim airjacked the plane and then they crashed shit into the Twin Towers.
That's what they taught you, that the Muslims hijacked the plane.
They didn't talk.
That's okay. That's okay. Relax.
The plane crashed into the Twin Towers.
But why did they crash into the Twin Towers? They didn't. Anybody? Hey, yo, what you were saying, Major?
I also know that they crashed into the woods.
Hold up, let Major speak. What'd you say, Major?
My teacher told me that there was hijackers on a plane, and then when they crashed it, left the plane, and there was more hijackers on the other plane, and they crashed into that. That's what that was again.
But why did they crash into the Twin Towers?
Because they wanted to go to New York.
So they crashed into the Twin Towers to go to New York. They died to go to New York.
They wanted to. The hijackers wanted to go to New York, but they crashed into the Twin Towers.
Oh, they wanted to go land in New York, but they crashed in the Twin Towers. So anybody else got saying to add? Archie, you got saying to add?
I know.
What you want to add?
That the other planes got airjacked and then they crashed into different places.
That's it?
Yeah.
So nobody can tell me why the planes crashed? Why the planes did that? Nobody can tell me? But don't you think the school should tell you why?
Yes. Yeah.
So like, if the school not telling you why, what does that mean?
They keep it secret.
Wow.
Oh, gatekeeping.
Whoa, where you get gatekeeping from, bro?
I said gates.
But where you learn that at?
TikTok.
You say me? you
TikTok.
You burnt out, yo. You burnt out. Nah, but the reason why they crashed into the into the Twin Towers is because the American government, America was going to their country, taking their natural resources, stealing their stuff, killing their people. So they got mad, they stole a plane, and they came and crashed it on the World Trade Center to get back at America. That's why they did it.
So it wasn't two planes then?
No, it wasn't one plane. I think it was two or three. Was it? I think it was one. No, I think there was one in DC and there was one in Philly or something like that.
So
that did.
Two inside the Twin
Yeah, huh?
I basically got it right then.
There was
What
two
did-
inside the Twin Towers and then another one tried to crash into the
You say what?
place that Trump lives
The Trump Tower?
My teacher told me.
There ain't no plane try to go to the Trump Tower. The White House?
in. The White House.
Did the plane try to go to the White House?
No, the Pentagon. I think that's
The one went to the Pentagon.
Something like that.
But these people be lying. The media be lying. The politicians be lying. So you never know what's true. But why they really did it, they said because America was going over to their countries and they were killing their people. They were taking their resources and they were putting military bases in their country. So that's why they did it. I mean, that's why they went over there and did it and stuff. They call that blowback. Like when you go to another country and you do stuff to them and then they come back over here and do something, like they call that blowback.
it's like get back.
Yeah, it's like get back.
They should have did more.
So imagine another country.
You said they should have did more?
They should have nuked them.
Then we gonna die. If they nuke us, we gonna die. I don't wanna die.
What if we wasn't alive at that time?
But we gonna continue this later, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. We gonna continue later.
Black Panther Party History Book, a kid's book. Black Panther Party was originally called the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. It started in 1966 in Oak Lane, California. It was founded by college students Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. The purpose was to protect the people in the community from police brutality, to end poverty, and fight against racism. The Black Panther Party had chapters all across America. They even had chapters all over the world. In countries like the United Kingdom and Algeria.
Outstanding. All power to the people. All power to the people. Welcome to the Bobby Hunt political education course. This is what week is this? Week 7. Let me see here. Each week, students will be assigned readings and videos to study and will convene once a week to discuss the material, interpret and break down core concepts, questions, and answers, and to prepare for next week's study material. Remember that taking notes can be really beneficial, even audio ones, and don't be afraid to ask for help. We are all in this together. Each week, you are encouraged to bring the following: quotes from the material, questions you have, your interpretation of the material, core concept. I think that on the bottom is supposed to say revolutionary spirit. The first duty of a revolutionary is to be educated. To be a Panther, we must understand our history, our political line, strategies to overthrow our oppressors. Upon completion of the political education program, graduates will receive will be excuse me, y'all. Graduates will become members of the UPM, which is United Panther Movement. You're not a Panther. Once you pass these classes, you'll become a member of the United Panther Movement. So you believe in the 10-point program, and you now will work with us. I mean, for us to be able to put these things in the community. If you decide you want to become a Panther, then we'll take the next step after that. But you have to you have to work and serve the people. After you've joined the United Panther Movement, you have to work in the programs that we have in the community to serve the people. You have to show that you're willing to serve the people, that you're serious for I think like 6 months. And then we'll bring you in and go forward from there. You'll receive recognition and be encouraged to begin organizing in their local communities. Like I said, once you join the UPM, you're going to get the recognition, and then we're going to encourage you to start the survival programs in your community. Or you could work in the survival programs we already have in place. Like what? We have an after-school program that we do every week, every day of the week. After school, we pick the kids up. We homework. We do the boxing lessons. Different whatever, boxing, basketball, whatever they're interested in. Then we take them home. We do that every day. This is our way to try to work with the children, to try to give the parents that buffer that they need for them to be able to move through this world successfully. And then you're teaching them about Pantherism. You're teaching them what all of this is about. We're finishing up today's the last day of this, right?
Yes.
Hey, we're finishing up the speech by Fred Hampton. It's a class struggle, goddammit. This is about 15 minutes left. Why is it? It's already played?
No, you're not gonna try.
No, I got it, General Secretary. I got it. Yeah, but it's only 15 minutes in it. We're gonna I'm gonna stop it maybe 2-3 times, and we're gonna talk about what Fred is what is explaining. But then we're gonna get into something after that. To try to tie it in together to see how what he's saying back then still applies today. And believe me, you want to see how we're gonna put this thing together. Because you know what? It ain't even gonna be no secret. We're gonna put this with what Jay-Z with the Jay-Z interview. I got a couple of clips from the Jay-Z interview, and we're gonna try to match it with what Fred Hampton said. Because Jay-Z talking about his whole life, all he heard was the American dream. He never heard nobody talking about capitalism or anything about capitalism until he became rich. That's when he started hearing people talk about the negatives of capitalism. That's what he said. But it is what it is. So I'm about to start it right now.
To radicalize everything in Washington. And I don't know what the fuck you could radicalize, because you ain't gonna do nothing but walk between the bodies of 2 dead men, Lincoln and Washington. And I know you're not gonna stand up and gain no redress. There's just as much chance for Nixon giving you some redress. If you can't get 200,000 people to march on Washington for something that's in Vietnam, why the fuck can't you get 200,000 people to come to Jackson and Dearborn, the federal building, and march for chairman of Babylon, the man who did more for Babylon and more for Vietnam than you marching maniacs will ever do? Because you're not doing nothing for nobody but Floyd Sheams and Stetsons or Stacey Adams and anybody else. Because you're gonna wear your souls out, your metaphysical souls and the souls on your shoes. And we say, if you can't relate to that, then fuck you. Because our line's been consistent, we know that Marxists, Leninists, people who might not want to dig on it, They say Marxists, Leninists, they don't curse. This is something we got from slave masters. We know niggas invented the word motherfucker. We wasn't fucking nobody's mother. It was the master fucking people's mothers. We invented the word, you dig? We relate to that. We Marxist, Leninist niggers. And we some Marxist, Leninist cousin niggas. And we gonna continue to cuss, god damn it. Because that's what we relate to. That's what's happening in Babylon. That's objective reality. Don't nobody be walking around in Babylon spouting out at the mouth about a whole lot of academic bullshit, intellectually masturbating, catching diarrhea of the mouth. We say to those motherfuckers, if you want to catch a mouth disease, you come and talk that shit in a community where the Panthers are at, and you'll get a mouth disease, all right? You're going to get a hoof in the mouth, panther hoof in the mouth. So if you radicals can't relate to that, then fuck you, because we know what Chairman Bobby did for the struggle. And we know that the people in Vietnam, they know that peace, just like Huey P. Newton tells about our motto, that we are the advocates of the abolition of war. We do not want war, but we understand that war can only be abolished through war. That in order to put down a gun, make a man get rid of a gun, it's necessary to pick up a gun. And you motherfuckers that's for peace in Vietnam, the Black Panther Party is for victory in Vietnam. We say that they're aggressors, they're a bunch of lackey running dogs, that they're imperialists, they're a bunch of Wall Street warmongers, and they need to be driven out of here. And the only way that the liberation of the oppressed people, Vietnam, or the oppressed people of Babylon's freedom can be founded, it has to be founded on the land that it is fertilized by the bones and blood of these aggressive pig dogs that come into our communities and occupy our communities like troops occupy a foreign territory and go into Vietnam and fight and struggle relentlessly against the people in Vietnam to have a right to self-determination. We don't care whether anybody likes it or not. That's our line. It's a Marxist-Leninist line. It's consistent. It's going to remain that way, and it's been that way. If you can't get 200,000 people to come see about Bobby, then we say you're a counter-revolutionary. That what you're doing is you're taking some kind of route from DeKalb, where you're going to get to Vietnam without even passing the Henry Horner projects on the west side of Chicago. That's impossible. You think Vietnam is bad? Check the laws. In Vietnam, if you lose one son, they allow you to keep the other. They say, here, mother dear, hold him tight. He can stay at home, you understand? If you have two in there and one dies, they'll ship him back. They'll ship him back and get him out of the war where there'll be no chance of him dying. Because, miss, this war is not going to take both of your sons. And then you're marching on this cruel war in Washington, all you radicals. And what about Mrs. Soto, who lost two sons in 1 week? That proves to us through historical fact that Babylon is worse than Vietnam. We need to have some moratoriums on the Black community in Babylon and all oppressed communities in Babylon. Babylon.
What is Babylon? What is he talking about? He keeps saying Babylon. He's talking about America. He's talking about America. He's referring to America as Babylon from the Bible. That's what he's talking about. God had to destroy Babylon. Because why? Because Babylon was evil. Look how we living. Yo, he's talking about this in the 60s. He's talking about how evil this system was in the 60s. He's talking about capitalism. You know, like people can't afford rent. None of this ain't new. How people got to work 2-3 jobs to be able to survive. None of this is new. The way how the system is used to attack us, the system is murdering us. That is what Fred Hampton is talking about. And what did he say? He said, we some cussing revolutionary niggas. We some cussing Marxist, Leninist niggas. But you know, when you talk to these people, these academics, these intellectuals, you can't cuss. Respectable politics. None of them people could hold anything to Fred Hampton. We follow the teachings of the Panthers, of the original Panthers, of people like Fred Hampton, and you're listening to him. You're listening to him curse. And what is he saying? Don't nobody want to hear that shit in the hood? Coming here trying to use big words, trying to act like you're more educated, you're smarter than the people in the hood. Nobody want to listen to that. That's not how the people talk. And that's what Fred is saying. If you want to organize the people, you got to meet them where they at. You can't go over there trying to act like you're smarter than them. You're better than them. Talking down to them. And Fred is telling you in his own words. You see, like if Africa said it, if I said it, if I'm going around saying what he's saying, people look at me like I'm crazy, like, yeah, Africa, like he bugging. Yo, you too emotional. Yo, what's your favorite thing? Passionate. They say like, yo, yeah, he's passionate, but he got to do it this way. Who was that? That was you, General Secretary? No, I just saw somebody pop on the screen. But be that as it may, that's what they say. When you go to City Hall, when you go to the council place, when you talk to these politicians, all they're going to tell you is for you to speak how they have learned to speak by going and being indoctrinated by our oppressors. They want you to wear the monkey suit. They want you to dress like them. Fred is telling you, no. Go into the community where the people are at. Organize the people and meet them where they're at.
And Charles Jackson from Altgeld Gardens, last week a 14-year-old boy throwing rocks. The pigs told him to halt, and the motherfucker shot and murdered him. Murdered him in cold blood. And then you motherfuckers got the nerve to go tramping off to Washington, marching between two dead motherfuckers. The Panther Party is going to criticize you motherfuckers. We're going to criticize you out open because we believe in mass revolutionary criticism. We're going to tell you that you're wrong because we done had a lot of criticism leveled at us for fucking around with you. You will either be part of the problem or you're going to be part of the solution. And if we find out you motherfuckers is part of the problem, we're going to start turning the guns on you crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah, but what is he saying? Who is he talking about? Yo, he's talking about other black people. He's not talking about white people here. Because when you hear this black people, this black middle class people, this black intellectual, everything is race, 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 race. Yo, he's talking about black people here. If we find out you're traitors, we're going to turn our guns on you. On you. It ain't no, like, we can't love all black people. Like, is that, because that's what people always thinking. Like, how do we do this where it's inclusive of everybody? You can't be inclusive of everybody. Some people are traitors. I know y'all saw it today. It's pictures of a couple of black people dressed up in ICE at the airport. And people are commenting. There's some comments that's talking about, yo, they're just working, they're trying to pay their bills. That's what all sellouts always said. That's what all sellouts have always done. To defeat anybody. Like we black. We live in most of our communities that we live in, and we're poor. We live around other black people. Fred Hampton is saying before you go tackle white supremacy, before you defeat white supremacy, before you defeat imperialism, you're going to have to take that gun and turn it on these Negroes, these black people that look like us, that work for the other side. That's what Fred is telling you. That's not what Africa's saying. Because people always be like, yo, why are you so hard on black people? Why are you always talking about black people? Why are you always on black people? Because those are people around me. Those are people that are around me administrating my suffering. It's all black and Spanish people. It ain't no white people around here. It's not white people in the schools. It ain't white people that come and put a ticket on my car and then Denty's brother come and tow it. It's other black people that look like me. Before I even go down to City Hall to go defeat City Hall, I got to defeat these Negroes. They're the ones in the school miseducating our children. Calling diapers on us, calling the police. When you go to the school, when you go to these public schools to go get these children, to go get your child out, the school can tell you, no, we're keeping them. We're keeping them because we want them to take a test that's useless, that he's not, the school is failing, the kids don't know how to read, but we're going to keep them here to take a test because we're getting money for them taking these tests. So you can't get your own child. I've seen it. I've been through it. I'm not telling you something that somebody told me. These are people that look just like us. And that's why it's right here. It's a class struggle, God damn it. It's not about race. It's about class. We have to deal with the classism within our own group as a people. White people got to deal with that class issue. Hispanic, Latin, Latinx, however they want to qualify themselves, they got to deal with that within themselves. With Asian people, it doesn't matter where you go. It's a class struggle. The history of the world is that of class struggle. That's Marx. That's Marx. What he told you? He said we some Marxist, Leninist cussing niggas. And he's telling you from his theory that our issue is not just a racial one. It's a class one. It's a class struggle, God damn it.
We're going to have some questions and answers. We're going to do one thing too. And this is another thing out of sight to show the people where we come from. We come from Babylon. The Black Panther parties ran slowly by Black people. If you get a chance, I don't think it's going to be this Sunday, but we taped this Sunday and shown next Sunday. I'm almost sure it's going to be taped this Sunday and shown next Sunday. There'll be a big roundtable discussion that's going to be on for Blacks only. And any of you can check the thing and see what it is. And either myself or Shaka will be there. We'll be presenting the Black Panther Party. And if you get a chance, why don't you look at it? If you want to do something for me, we like to do something for Chairman Bobby. If you just clap your hands for me, this is what we call, you don't have to clap too loud. This is what we call the people beat. It's a beat that was started in 1966 by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale. It's a beat that never stops because it's the beat they got because they knew it couldn't be stopped. It's the beat that manifested in you, the people. Chairman Bobby Seale says that as long as there's Black people, there'll always be the Black Panther Party. But they never can stop the party unless they stop the beat. As long as you manifest the beat, we can never be stopped. You think the beat is dangerous? We know it's dangerous. Because when the beat started out on the West Coast, the chief pig out there, Mafioso Alioto, said to the rest of his people that helped him with his fascism out there, he said, listen to those people beat. Hey, they're beating much too fast. Why don't they go back home where they belong? When the beat started last November, a year ago in Chicago, Illinois, at 2350 West Madison, when me and Shaka and Bobby Rush and Shay and some more brothers and Jewel got together and said, we're going to start a Black Panther Party right here. Because this is part of Babylon. The party exists tight here too. That we might be in school now, might think we're on the mountaintop, but we're going to come down to the valley because people in the valley, commitments in the valley, oppressions in the valley, aggression, repression, fascism, all exist in the valley. No matter how nice it might be on the mountaintop, we've got a commitment. So we're going back. We got to go back to the valley. And when we did that, even Daly and Hanrahan and Judge, we call him Adolf Hitler Hoffman, the chief fascist who knows the art of tapista, the art that Mussolini was supposed to have mastered. We say that Hoffman is better at the art of tapista than Mussolini ever was because we know what the art of tapista is.
See, like, this is like the 60s. Yo, look, this back then in the 60s in Chicago, these were the people that were in position of power. These were the people that are in position of power. So you could fight, you whatever. But right now, where we living in our communities, you have a school board, Spanish person, mayor, Black person, council people, Black and Spanish people. So who are you fighting? Where's the white boogeyman that you're going to go fight? They're not here. They're in their condos, traveling all around the world, and they now put these Black faces and Spanish faces in our communities. They pay them, they give them crumbs, they make them rich. They make them rich. And they put them in charge of us. And now when they're talking Black. They're talking Spanish. while we are suffering. Nothing changes from generation to generation. Nothing changes from year to year. Nothing changes. It don't matter who you vote for. Right now, they got the what they call the sellout Olympics. They got the sellout Olympics in full blast. Council people, mayor, all of that is coming up. What are the sellout Olympics? The electoral process. It's election time. No matter which candidate you vote for, they're going to do nothing for you. That's not how the system works. That's what he's telling you. You can walk between two white men when you go down to Washington, D.C. And he was talking about them when they went down there for the march, walking between two white men, Lincoln and Washington. And you ain't getting nothing. That's what he was talking about. You could walk down there, you could march, you could wear out your sneakers, your soles, your Stetson, your shoes. You're not getting anything because this government, this system is not for us. There's nothing you could go to the system and get. That's not how none of this works. That's what Fred Hampton is saying. He said, come down here, come check on the people that checked on you. The people that were worried about you, the people that got locked up for you, the people that are in the streets demanding you get a place to stay, demanding the police don't brutalize you.
It's an art of good timing. And when we started that beat, Judge Hoffman and Mayor Daley and Hammerhead Hanrahan said, hey, listen to the people. It's Chicago beat. Politically, they are even beating much too fast. Why don't they go back home? To live with all Black people where they belong, to live in dashikis and boo-boos, and to be pork chop nationalists and cultural nationalists. Why don't they?
What is it? What does it mean by dashikis and bobos? Because you get some Black people, Black nationalists, that say everything got to be black. You can't work with nobody else. No white people can come around because it's black. They ignore the class element, even though everybody that they see around them, everybody that lives around them, everybody administrating their suffering is Black. They're going to tell you black. And they're going to run around wearing dashikis, calling themselves names that people in Africa don't even use no more. Because you know what? Most of those countries in Africa, the people over there that were colonized, probably got colonized by the Christians or the Muslims. So they calling themselves Muhammad and they call themselves Thomas. And you running around calling yourself Umbobo Kuala Lulu. And he like, they don't even call themselves that no more. But you running around with your dashiki and your fake names, thinking like that's revolution. That's not revolution by changing your name and by wearing dashikis.
They go back home to thinking what you're wearing is going to change you. Why don't they go back to political power flows from the sleeve of a dashiki? And we said no. As long as that beat continues, we continue. Because it gives us in the party a type of intoxication that it lets us understand we're so revolutionary, proletarian, intoxicated that we cannot be astronomically intimidated. Don't worry about the Black Panther Party. As long as you keep the beat, we'll keep on going. If you think that we can be wiped out because they murdered Bobby Hutton and Apprentice Bunchy Carter and John Huggins, you're wrong. If you think that because Huey was jailed, the party's going to stop, you see, you're wrong. If you think because Chairman Bobby was jailed, the party's going to stop, you see, you're wrong. If you think because they can jail me, you thought the party was going to stop, you thought wrong. Because they can rage Eldridge Cleaver out of the country, you're wrong. Because we said it before we left and we said it today, that you can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail the revolution. You can lock up a freedom fighter like Huey P. Newton, but you can't lock up freedom fighting. You might hire some pork chops like Mama Lama to murder our Princess Bunchy Carter,
Yeah, Malama Lama that he's talking about, that's the dude that created Kwanzaa. Or wait, that's Karenga, right? Malama Karenga, huh? Yeah, that's the dude that created Kwanzaa. These people are still around today. They're still alive, but our conditions hasn't changed. We're still going through the same. They're working in the government. They're working in these jobs. And yeah, you're right, Afro Saxon. You're right. It does not flow through the sleeve of a dashiki. Political power flows from the barrel of a gun. Flows from the barrel of a gun. And what that means is after you gain whatever you gain, you organize to build the institutions to liberate yourselves. They're going to come after you, and you're going to need them guns to protect yourselves, or rockets like Iran and drones like Iran to protect yourselves. That's what he's telling you, that we're in a class struggle. And most of the people that look like us, that have the same you as us, they're going to align. They're collaborators. They're going to align with the people that's doing the oppression, the people that's giving them the crumbs. I was listening to somebody speak. I said this, I think, last week. And like everybody, he said, everybody in the world thinks that the world is going to come together, is going to unite and come together if an alien species came to attack the planet. He was like, from our history, from human history, what actually would happen is some people would go make an alliance with the aliens for them to work with them, and they'd be above us, suffering us. That's deep. And that's what has happened in every civilization everywhere. You always have traitors. You always have traitors. So enough with the black stuff. Enough with that. Our reality is a class one. We're in a class struggle. God damn it.
Liberator, but you can't murder liberation. Because if you do, you come up with answers that don't answer, explanations that don't explain, conclusions that don't conclude. We say that if you dare to struggle, then you dare to win. If you dare not to struggle, you don't deserve to win. We wouldn't go into the ring with Muhammad Ali and not.
No, but right there, if you don't do nothing, if you don't struggle, you don't deserve to win. You don't deserve anything. If you don't organize, you're not in political education classes, you're not living with the people. And what he said, the people are in the valley. They're not on the mountaintop. Where he said the people were at? In the valley. So if you're going around here talking about something, we put up there, we posted the sister in North that got rats running around her apartment. The heat is not on. The water's not working. And she's been going through these conditions since 2010. You know what people were saying? Leave. Move out of North. Move somewhere else. What is Fred Hampton telling you? Because that's why we still here. I have 3 degrees. My wife has 2 degrees. My children are about to have degrees themselves too. But we're not running anywhere. Where you running to? We're in the valley. Because we're from the valley. We're struggling with the people in the valley because that's the only way you liberate yourselves. Because if we leave, if we all leave, all of us that have the ability to leave, you're taking away this, what is it called? The brain drain. You're taking away all those with the brain to be able to change what's going on. So why are we leaving? Why don't we stay and take over our communities? Where did this idea come from that you go to school, get a degree, and move? Move where? And then wherever you move to, you're depressed. You always got to come back. You come back every summer. You come back for 4th of July. You come back for every holiday because this is the only place you're really happy at. You're not happy over there. Your neighbors don't talk to you. They don't like you. You don't feel comfortable there. But you're not listening to Fred Hampton, though. He said our people are in the valley. We are in the valley. Go back to the valley and struggle with those in the valley. It's basic stuff. This ain't something so hard where you can't understand what he's saying. How is the hood gonna ever become better if all the people with the mind, all the people that is disciplined enough to do anything about it, keep leaving? Like somebody got to explain to me. You keep leaving, and the only people you leave here are the people that are in jail, the people with records, the people that's working 2-3 jobs, can't survive. Then how you expect anything to change? And then once you leave, you telling everybody out there, yeah, I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm from Newark, son. Yeah, you're not from Newark. You're a carpetbagger, scumbag. Oh, God.
We say that Hoffman is better at the art of tapista than Mussolini is. Why don't they go back home? To live with all black people where they belong, to live in dashikis and boo-boos, and to be pork chop nationalists and cultural nationalists. Why don't they go back home to thinking what you're wearing is going to change you? Why don't they go back to political power flows from the sleeve of a dashiki? And we said no. As long as that beat continues, we continue. Because it gives us in the party a type of intoxication that it lets us understand we're so revolutionary, proletarian, intoxicated that we cannot be astronomically intimidated. Don't worry about the Black Panther Party. As long as you keep the beat, we'll keep on going. If you think that we can be wiped out because they murdered Bobby Hutton and Apprentice Bunchy Carter and John Huggins, you're wrong. If you think that because Huey was jailed, the party's going to stop, you see, you're wrong. If you think because Chairman Bobby was jailed, the party's going to stop, you see, you're wrong. If you think because they can jail me, you thought the party was going to stop, you thought wrong. Because they can rage Eldridge Cleaver out of the country, you're wrong. Because we said it before we left and we said it today, that you can jail a revolutionary, but you can't jail the revolution.
Yo, and that was 1969. It's 2026. It's 2026. Yo, I never met Fred Hampton. I wasn't around. I didn't meet the original Panthers. But like, you could jail all of them. You could kill them all. But that beat is still here. The people still suffering. The people still living outside, sleeping in the snow. The beat is still here. The beat's still going. If the beat's still going, we still here. We sitting here talking. I was just talking to the comrade just now, right before we started the show. And we just trying to decide how he gonna come down here, spend a couple of nights to come do some work in the community, to serve the community, serve the people in the valley, and then still drive all the way home to go take his mother to the airport because his mother got to go to the airport. Yo, we talking about working and serving the community. Neither one of us met Fred Hampton, but the beat is still going. And since that beat is still going, those that got the ear gonna hear it. And once they hear it, that revolutionary spirit is gonna come out of them. We're gonna find each other. As long as people are getting oppressed, you're going to see Panthers. You're going to see all kind of organizations sprouting up to fight it. Because it's in our spirit to fight it. This is not who we are. Human beings are not selfish. This is not, I'm telling you, human beings are not the way they've made us to be, to become. We're not like this. Human beings are not materialists. It is all a social construct. We've been designed, reprogrammed to behave and move like this. But inside of each and every one of us, that revolutionary is in there. That human being is in there. And it's our duty to go in there and pull them out. I mean, so after this show is done, we're going to have conversation. Tomorrow, we're going to keep doing what we're supposed to do, putting these programs in the community, educating the community, continuing to dance, baby, because that beat is still there. I could hear that beat in my mind right now. I hear that beat playing. It's been a long day, but I'm still ready to get boogie. That beat ain't going nowhere. Fred ain't lie. Man, all power to the people.
You can lock up a freedom fighter like Huey P. Newton, but you can't lock up freedom fighting. You might hire some pork chops like Mama Llama to murder our Princess Bunchy Carter, a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. Because if you do, you come up with answers that don't answer, explanations that don't explain, conclusions that don't conclude.
And I want you to remember that, because when we leave from here, we're going directly into that Jay-Z interview. Answers that don't answer, conclusions that don't conclude. And whenever you see contradiction, you see somebody contradicting themselves, you see the fraud in them. The truth is in the contradiction. From one thing to one thing, they're switching up. Answers that don't answer, man. I got to bring that back because my man's spitting right here.
You can lock up a freedom fighter like Huey P. Newton, but you can't lock up freedom fighting. You might hire some pork chops like Mama Llama to murder our Princess Bunchy Carter, a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. Because if you do, You come up with answers that don't answer, explanations that don't explain, conclusions that don't conclude. We say that if you dare to struggle, then you dare to win. If you dare not to struggle, you don't deserve to win.
Period. You don't belong to no organization. You're not building no institutions. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing to liberate yourself. You refuse to struggle. You're scared of the police. You're scared of the politicians. You're scared of everybody. You want to be down with the celebrities because they're famous, they got money. You want to be cool with them. You don't deserve to win. You deserve everything you have, everything that you got. Whatever hell you're going through, you deserve it. If you refuse to fight, you deserve it. And by just sitting down, just by going through the motions, getting up, going to work, trying to keep your nose clean. Like if I do this, if I just keep my head down and I just go to work and I go home and I'm good. No, you're still a slave. You're still a slave. You may have a higher position on the plantation than everybody else, but you still a slave. You don't control your destiny. You here on the planet for your whole entire life, and you never lived because you was a slave. You never did nothing of your own free will because you was afraid. Then you don't deserve to win. You don't deserve to be free. You deserve exactly what you got. If you watch the movie Django, there was the part in the ending of Django. It'll just shake your head because I see you, Jeremy. Did you see Django, Jeremy? Yo, do you remember the end when Samuel L. Jackson was trying to leave out there and Jamie Foxx told him, go take your ass back in there with Master. He left him in that burning house. He left him in that burning house to die with Master. And that's the line we got to draw. Yo, people often ask me, like, yo, man, because like they in their mind, they'll be afraid. They don't want to answer this question. What do you do with the traitors? What do you do with the people that don't want to be down with what we're doing? Yo, Malcolm said during the Chinese Revolution, the Chinese people got all the sellouts and they lined them up and they got one of them had a 9-year-old daughter and they put the gun in her hand and they told her to blow his head off. Yo, that's what you do to traitors. Because sooner or later, they're going to stick a knife in your back. This ain't no game. What we doing here is not a game. So we working. Yo, I've dedicated my life. The general secretary, everybody in this organization has dedicated their life to this. We build the institutions. We put everything in place. And then we catch a traitor amongst us. Somebody that's trying to give us up to have them kill us, poison us, and do away with us because we're serving the people. Yo, I don't have no sympathy for that person. None. Yo, I can be a savage. I can be a savage. Nobody else want to do it. I'll put them in that acid. If you're going to betray the revolution, you deserve to die. There's no equivocation with that. It's people dying every day. We keep talking about Wally Bay. The police shot him in the face, ran up on his car, and emptied their gun up in the car. What are you talking about? So we the only one that deserve to die? We can all die out here, but the people that's administrating our suffering, they can live. We should be nice to them. I don't agree with that. An eye for an eye. I believe in what Malcolm said. We both gonna be blind, bitch. An eye for an eye. Fuck you doing walking around with both your eyes and I'm fucking blind and I'm talking about something. Nah, I forgive you. God say forgive. Bitch, die. Fuck wrong with you?
We wouldn't go into the ring with Muhammad Ali and not fight and wonder why we lost, would we? If you don't fight, then you don't deserve to win. If you don't move on these fascists, then you're crazy. We say it's no longer a question of violence or nonviolence. We say it's a question of resistance to fascism or non-existence within fascism.
No, but what y'all be hearing? What you be hearing? Yo, fascism is coming. Fascism is coming. Bro, he's telling you in 1969 that fascism is already here. It was here. They're going around killing people. Jim Crow, all of that goofy shit. School to prison pipeline, AIDS, everything that they did, all the poisoning of the water, poisoning of the air. Yo, DuPont, yo, when I read this shit, the shit blew my mind. Every single one of us sitting here, every single one of us in America and around the world, we have chemicals in our body that came from the products that DuPont made. They settled out of court in court, whatever, and they had to pay whatever fine. Nobody went to jail. Nobody got locked up. Nobody got hung. Nobody faced anything. But all our bodies is contaminated. We all get cancer. We have all these cancer things inside of us because of what these corporations have done to us. None of them face anything. None of them have, there's no consequences for anything they do. So they make those products and they make like $30 billion. And then they fine them for like 1 million. They give them a fine for $1 million for them to go build schools or some goofy stuff like that to tell us how good people DuPont is. Or they build a museum and we run around here talking about we forgive them. Like, we don't even forgive them because we don't even know. You don't believe me? Google it. You have the Googler. Google it. DuPont. And how did I know this? I was taking my son to school when he first went to college. He was going to Delaware State. And we was driving to Delaware State, and I noticed the whole street, all for like miles, was named after DuPont. So I'm like, why is this named after DuPont? I went to the school, they got DuPont Street, everything DuPont. So I Googled it. Once I Googled it, everything started coming out about DuPont, how they ran Delaware, how they poisoned the air. It's a movie made about it. But none of these people are ever held accountable. But you're going to tell me there's no fascism. Because fascism means these corporations, these people with the money, they dictate our reality. That's what fascism is. They could talk about whatever they want to talk about. Fascism is the people with money, by and large, dictating everything we do. And they only get to do that because they got the money. That's fascism. So if they believe because you black, your school shouldn't have nothing, they'll do that. If they believe, let's say you're poor, trailer park, trash, white person, and you don't deserve nothing, you just deserve to die in a coal mine, motherfucker, you would die in a coal mine.
We say, let's stop the war in Vietnam. Let's stop it by acquiring victory for the spirit of Ho Chi Minh. We say, let's stop the war in Babylon. Let's initiate the...
So we talking about Iran now. Even though we've been alive our whole lives and we see America as the bad guy, going around bombing countries. Not America. Let me take that back. These politicians, the people that control this government, that's going to war, bombing and killing children, we know they're the bad guys. You see, because we are the Americans, the people. Like when we talk about Newark, New Jersey, when Shaquille O'Neal, when Queen Latifah, all these people talking about they're from Newark, you see, they're talking about our reality. They're talking about the social credibility that we have built. They didn't build this because they don't live here. They don't live here. They don't breathe the air. They don't even move like they're from Newark. They got to fake it. We from here. See, we're the Americans. We white people want to come to America. They like the way we talk. They like how we motherfucking curse. They like all that shit. So they want to be around us. They want to be. But these people in power, the people in government, these fascists that control the bombs, that control the planes, that's going to kill little babies in Iran, all these people. Those the people that are committing all these crimes. And when they say America, they be trying to say like, we with them motherfuckers. We not with them motherfuckers. I'm not with Trump. I'm not with Biden. I'm not with Obama. I'm not with the fucking Clintons. I'm not with Bush 1, Bush 2. I'm not with Reagan, Nixon. I'm not with none of these motherfuckers. I'm with Fred Hampton. That's who I am. And now when you feel some type of way, like, yeah, America's at war with Iran, how come you on the side of Iran? Man, fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck these government people. Fuck Trump. Fuck Pete Hegseth. All these piece of shit motherfuckers. You could just look at them and tell they're piece of shit. Yo, you know who you want to sit down and chop it up with. Yo, I cannot see myself ever talking to somebody like Pete Hegseth. What we talking about? His tattoos? His KKK tattoos? That's what we're going to talk about? Like, there's nothing for me and him to talk about. We have nothing in common. We're not in the same class. We don't value the same things. I'm not going around the world to blow up children. See, that's what they do. They eat kids. They rape people. I'm not, yo, let me tell you something. If my whole life, I don't, in my mind, I can't understand how somebody raped somebody else. Yo, my whole life of being around women, If she doesn't enjoy it, if she doesn't want to be in that space, I don't want it. I don't want to be around her. I don't want to be. How can you be with somebody? How can you take something from somebody and they fighting you? They're not even giving it to you. You're just trying to take it. How do you get pleasure from that? Because you're a sociopath. You're a psycho. You're a psycho. I need to be stimulated. I need somebody to tease me. Real talk. I need somebody to act like they want me. It could be an act. You could act. I don't give a damn. I know they don't act before. I know if some females don't act it before. Hey, man, I ain't mad at you. Do a good job. Don't suck at it. I mean, but I'm not going to take nothing. These people rape people, men and women. And then they eat kids. These are the people you want to align yourself with? Nah, yo. I'm with the people that's standing outside. When the bombs is dropping, they're watching the bombs drop and they got their fist in the air. Death to these Satans. Yo, that's what I want to be aligned with. That's the gangster shit. Not somebody standing on TV lying, talking about the war is over. We won already. While you're begging. You're begging them to let you live. You just keep coming on lying. Stupid. Your whole war strategy is stupid, but I'm going to be on your side. That's why I'm not a Jets fan. That's why I don't watch sports no more. They dumb. Now, I'm too smart to be a Jets fan. I'm too smart to be a Mets fan. Nick, y'all stupid. We need a motherfucking quarterback. You go get T-ball. Fuck is you doing? No, I'm straight. I'm not following you. So I got to go sit down every Sunday. I got to pay to watch this shit, and you don't know what you're doing. But I'm just down because I'm a fan. You a fool. You a fool. I'm never watching another game again. I stopped watching the Jets. Everybody talking about, yo, they got Aaron Rodgers. Yo, they going to be good as hell. That motherfucker broke his ankle in the motherfucking first game. First play. End of season. Because y'all suck. You go get a motherfucking quarterback that's 90 years old, but you ain't got no offensive line. You an idiot. Even I know that from Madden, from playing video games from Madden. I need an offensive line and a defensive line. You go out there, you ain't got no offensive line. You got a quarterback that's 60 years old in the backfield, and in the first play, he done tore his ACL. Now he out for the rest of the season. You go 2-39. You ass. And I'm not going to sit here, invest my time, my money, and everything into you, and I know you ass. It's just like the government. And that's all the precedents are. The precedents are like commissioners in sporting games. The commissioners don't control nothing. The commissioners work for who? The owners. Who does Trump work for? The owners, the people that pay them, the people that put him in office. So everybody always talking about Netanyahu. Who owns Netanyahu? Who put Netanyahu in position of power? That's who you mad at. Talking about something, we got to get Netanyahu. We got to get Bibi. We got to get Bibi. As soon as Bibi die, they're going to clone another Bibi, stupid. That's where we at. Let me let Fred finish out real quick.
Decentralization of the police. The only really thing is the people, because pigs bite the hand that feeds them, and they need to be slapped. And like Shaka said, when you catch them in your house, hit them with any.
What he said? Pigs bite the hand that feed them, and they need to be slapped. What you scared of the police for? That motherfucker talking about he got the mace can. He started shaking that shit. I told him I'll take that shit from you and mace you. He's another human being. He's another human being. They come out with like 5, 6, 7, 10 people. The whole community come out. Like 30, 40, 50, 80 people, 100 people surround them. What you think they're going to do? They're cowards. And if they were not cowards, they wouldn't take that job. You couldn't pay me to be ICE because I'm not a coward. I'm a G. I'm a G. Like, I don't go around bragging, talking about I could do this, do that. But I'm a G. I've been to prison. I've been in prison brawls. I done did all of that. You'll never see me being no ICE agent, going out to go get a job as an ICE agent. I've been stabbed. I've been shot. It's not something that I go around and advertise that shit. But I lived on the streets. I've been in the streets. I mean, I'm not afraid to say I'm about that work, but I'm not running around to be no ICE agent because that's what cowards do. More for goddamn police patrols.
You shouldn't argue about whether to hit them with a chair or a table because they're out of order from the start. We say that the oppressor, fuck Judge Taney, the oppressor has no right, which we, the oppressed, are bound to follow.
Bang. The oppressors have no right that we are bound to follow. We shouldn't even be talking to them. Yo, I'm talking about your politicians in your community, your council people, your school board. Yo, these are their enemies. These are the people that maintain these institutions. There's nothing to talk about. What you gonna go talk about them for? You gonna go to the school board meeting? You gonna go all the way there? You don't wrote your motherfucking speech up. You wrote that shit up. You took time. You got your shit on. You got big words. You got big words you're gonna pronounce so everybody think you're brilliant. You're smart. You go read all that speech. You leave. They already signed the deal already. They've already signed a deal with whatever corporation that they already signed with. And all that speech, all that reading is for nothing. Matter of fact, they'll lock your ass out of that room for you to talk. They won't even allow you to talk. That's how this system works. And this is the school board people. I'm not even talking about senators, Congress people. Yo, you could just forget about it. There is nobody you're going to put in them offices that's going to do anything. Those are what? Sellout Olympics. We need to get this term like worldwide, sellout Olympics. Every single politician serves the interests of the oligarchs, the oppressive class. The entire electoral process is a social construct designed to maintain power in the hands of the powerful, those who are in power. It is not there for you to overturn the system. You're stupid if you think that. Or you're naive. Let me be kind. If you think you could go vote your way out of what we're dealing with, you're naive. They done bamboozle, hoodwinked you. You need to understand none of those mediums are going to do anything. And once you understand that, then we sit down and talk about what you do. How you organize to liberate yourself. But first, the first step is you got to understand that ain't the way.
If you get a chance, come see about Bobby. You ought to come see about Bobby because Bobby came to see about you. You ought to come see about Bobby because in 1966, when we didn't even think we were important enough to protect ourselves, Bobby and Huey got their guns and went into the community. They left college. They were pre-engineer students.
Nah, because most of you don't want to risk nothing. You feel like, yo, I'm on a good path. I'm about to graduate from this school. I'm going to get a good job and move out of there and do this. Yo, Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton. Listen to what he's saying.
Bobby came to see about you. You ought to come see about Bobby because in 1966, when we didn't even think we were important enough to protect ourselves, Bobby and Huey got their guns and went into the community. They left college. They were pre-engineer students. That was Bobby. And Huey was a pre-law student.
Pre-law student, engineering student. These people had a whole future in the system. They could have went and could have got jobs and they could have moved on like all the people we know about today. What's her name? That fake Black Panther broad. What's her name, man? I'll be forgetting these people's names because I hate them. What's her name, man? She was a groupie, George Jackson groupie. Somebody put that in the thing. Somebody write it in the little thing right there. Angela Davis, that's her name. Angela Davis. What has Angela Davis been doing since 66? Since 70? Since George Jackson died? What has Angela Davis been doing? Working in these colleges, working for the government. Haven't done nothing. Has built no institutions. There's nothing about revolution, liberation in her body. You could go back and look at her whole life. Nothing in there is anything about revolution, about changing anything, about building nothing to help the people. But they parade these people around as if they're leaders. We should respect them. We should revere them. She was never even a Panther. But people are walking around thinking she was a Panther. She was a groupie. She had a crush on George Jackson, and he was locked up. Became pen pals, went to see him, and George Jackson's brother took her guns to go free the judge. To go free his comrades. George Jackson's brother took the guns that what's her name had? Angela Davis had. He took the guns. They went. She didn't go with them. She wasn't with them. She probably didn't even know they took the guns because these bourgeois Negroes ain't about that action. But Jonathan took them guns and they went into that courtroom, started blasting everybody. They went in there. I think they made it out to the truck. The police killed the judge. The police shot them. I think they shot inside the truck. I got to go back and read it. I ain't read none of this stuff in a minute. Shot up and then killed the judge. They did it. The police did it. You know, just like Israel. Like if somebody get kidnapped in Israel, they'll kill everybody. They're not taking they're not trying to take no hostages back. I forgot what they call it, Hannibal Directive or something they call it. They call it something. Yeah, they also got the Samson. The Samson is, you know, like if you know about Samson, when Samson, they took out Samson's eyes and they had him, his hands were stretched out. See, I know all this goofy shit because I went through all this Christian bullshit, all this religious crap. So they dug his eyes out because what you call it, told on him. Delilah snitched on my boy. So they had my boy tied up. He got both hands on the pillars, and he like, God, please give me the power to knock this down and kill all my enemies. I think that's how he talked. And then God put it in with the power of grace code, and he pushed the two pillars, and everybody in the temple died. So now Israel, them Zionists, are talking about if we lose a war, we got the Samson Directive. We're going to nuke everybody and take them down with us. And your stupid asses is sitting here just watching it. Like, you can just sit there and watch these people nuke everybody. You're dumb. Not me. Not me. Somebody should put a bullet in them people's head. Finish out, Fred.
And what they read, they put into practice. You ought to come see about Bobby because Bobby came and saw about you. I'm going to see about Bobby, and if you have anything to say, you'll come see about Bobby. Come down to Jackson and Dearborn and see about our chairman because he's the chairman of Babylon. He's the father and the founder of the breakfast programs and the free health clinics, and there's nothing wrong.
See what I'm talking about? The breakfast programs, the free health clinics. We have an after-school program. We don't have a breakfast program, but we have an after-school program. We have a food program. We have a housing program. You see the program they're talking about? That's revolutionary shit. When you're serving the people, you're putting things in the community that gives power to the people. How are you going to save anybody that's hungry, that's starving, that's dead? Like, we didn't make up this. Africa didn't come up with the idea to put these programs in the community every day, doing these programs. The other day, because I pick up the kids every day after school. So, like, I'm in a rush because I got to go to, like, yo, we ain't Newark, man. The traffic is crazy. I got to go to, like, 6, 7 different schools, and all of them get out 3 o'clock, 3:30. So, like, I got to move all around the city. So, I'm leaving out the car. I left my keys in the car. I locked the keys in the car. So, I came back to the car, and I'm sitting there looking at the car. I had 2 choices. You'll call AAA. You're going to wait for, like, 30 hours for them to come. Man, or just bust this window and get in the car. I had to bust the window. I took the rock. I didn't even think twice about it. Bust the window, got inside, had to pick up the next kid from the school, picked up all the kids. So now my window's busted. I got to wait a couple of days to fix it. But these programs have to run every day. These kids have to see that this is a staple in their life. That's how serious about the business we're doing. And I shouldn't call it business, lack of a better term. But, like, we got to be serious about this. Because I could have just been like, yeah, man, I'm not spending that money. Man, it's going to cost me like $300 to fix this. I done broke the window. I got to pay for the window. I got to pay somebody to put the window in. Man, it's going to cost me a lot of money. Yo, just call the parents up and tell them, yo, we ain't having no after-school program today. So now whatever the parents are doing, if they're at work, how they going to get their kids? How they going to get their kids? You see, remember, now you got to remember, we don't get paid. Nobody pays us for anything we doing. We doing it out of the love of the people, the love of the community. So I'm not going to call them and put that burden on them. My dumb ass shouldn't lock the keys in there. I got to stay more focused that I don't lock the keys in there. But I say all of that to say the importance of having these programs in the community. And then running them, not like how they run the school system, not like how they run their businesses, not like how they run any of this stuff that they do for money. Yo, we run this like human beings. These things are here to serve the community, to teach them how to be human beings. So if a kid come in there and they're having a bad day, they acted up in school like today. One of the little homies came in there. He's in kindergarten. The teacher said, because we pick him up from school, the teacher told Captain Patience that little bruh didn't want to listen. He don't listen in class. I mean, he wasn't listening to what she was talking about. So he came in there after school I'm like, bro, what you mean you're not listening? I'm like, that's not what we do around here. I'm like, turn around, see the other Panther Cubs. Yo, we don't do that. We're not bad kids here. And then all the other kids are like, word, you talking back to the teacher. Psh. Yo, this is peer pressure. This is strategically molding that human being to understand what's acceptable and not acceptable. And like, just because we did it today, that don't mean he's gonna change tomorrow. He got to come tomorrow and see that. Next week when he act up, he got to see that we serious about this. We're serious about him being a good person, a good human being. We don't lie. We look you in the eye and we say what's in our mind. That's what we doing here. This ain't no game. Ain't nobody paying us. We're not just here to do this because like somebody's paying us for a paycheck. Because you know how people move when they're just working for a paycheck. Go to DMV. Go to any of these places. These people act like they got all day. They don't give a damn and get upset. They're going to make you wait there all day.
Nothing in the world wrong with that. All power to the people. Northern Illinois, power to the people that go here to Northern Illinois University. We say that we need some guns. There's nothing wrong with guns in our community. There's just been a misdistribution of guns in our community. For one reason or another, the pigs have all the guns, so all we have to do is equally distribute them. So if you see one that has a gun and you don't have one, then when you leave, you should have one. The way
You heard what he said? You see a pig that got a gun and you ain't got one. When you leave, you should have one. So like when people are afraid, you're afraid to talk back to the police. You're afraid to intervene when you see the police brutalizing somebody. Yo, it is your duty to intervene if you see the police brutalizing somebody. If that's not a law, I'll be shocked. That's not even a law. You cannot be walking past, see somebody, the police brutalizing somebody, and you just walk past. I posted a video on my Instagram. The police got the dude cuffed, his hand behind his back, and they punching him in the ribs with everything he got. I would have smacked the shit out of him, and I would have left there with his gun. That's what Fred is telling you. Let me finish because I want to get to Jigga Man.
You'll be able to deal with things, right? I remember looking at TV and I found that only did the pigs now brutalize the people in Western days. They had to hire bounty hunters to go arrest them. They shoot somebody with no intention of arresting them. We need some guns. We need some guns. We need some force. Thank you. I'm going to call Shaka and Sister Joan back up here to deal with any questions that you want answered because we have plenty of time to spend. We don't have any time to waste. As the sister said, time is short. Let's seize the time. Thank you.
All power to the people, comrade. All power to the people. Now let's get to this Jigga Man shit. Now look at this
idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the DuPonts and the Carnegies.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get.
Yo, hold up for a second. If there's a Jay-Z fan in here, somebody that's supposed to be supporting Jay-Z, put a comment in the chat real quick. Let me know if you're a Jay-Z fan. And then if you want to come up and you want to come take up for Jay-Z, you want to tell us, because you heard him. He just said all this stuff he did for the culture. He just said everything that Jay-Z did for the culture. Hold on, let me go in here, because I could tell you what culture mean, but let me tell you what the Googlers say. Culture. Let me tell you what the Googler mean. Because culture is basically practices that a people, that they've learned and they've used to survive. That's what basically culture is. But let me see what the Googlers say. Culture is the shared system of learned beliefs, values, customs, behaviors, and artifacts that characterize a group, defining their way of life. That's what culture is. What the hell he's talking about with Jay-Z and culture? What has Jay-Z done? What is the culture that Jay-Z has provided to us, our people? What culture has Jay-Z brought to us, our people, that this goofy, you see, like they get somebody like this because he's a complete idiot. Look at him. He like a dumbass kid that don't know nothing about, he can't even explain capitalism to you. But like they get this dumbass kid to use this GQ, use this platform to give Jay-Z the chance for him to lie to millions of people, to brainwash millions of people. But go ahead, dumb. And like through the whole interview, this freaking clown is laughing. I don't care if he's young. They got young sellouts. They got young traders. I don't care about none of that. Man, he's young, man. He's just a kid. Man, what did Nat Turner do? Nat Turner killed them babies in the crib.
Yeah. So I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways.
Because the thing, when he said the things that you do for the culture, he's talking about black people. The thing that you do for black people, the way you put on for the culture.
You try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse
people throw capitalism at you in a derogatory sense. What did Fred Hampton say about capitalism? Capitalism is derogatory. For you to be a capitalist, it means you are exploiting people. For a capitalist to make money, everybody else has to lose. You're never under capitalism. You see, that's what you see when Fred Hampton tells you, I'm a Marxist, Leninist, cussing nigga. When you say Marxism, you're talking about the means of production. Who keeps what? That's what Marx broke down. Production. So under capitalism, you will never get what you're worth. All the production goes to the capitalist, which is Jay-Z. That is why Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, Fanon, even Dr. King, they were all against capitalism. All our revolutionaries were against capitalism. All of them. So when he's sitting here, when my man's sitting there, you thinking like he young, he got on some Timberlands, he got the hat on with the glasses on, and like he looked like he from the hood, he one of us. Man, he's a prop. He's a tool. He's a tool used by white supremacy to condition how you think. Because listen to his words. When they throw capitalism at you, derogatory, whatever he said. As if capitalism is not a derogatory economic system. And then he gives him the opportunity. You see, we don't get that opportunity. When something happened to us, we don't have lawyers like Jay-Z. He's in our Epstein class. He's the black Epstein class. Him, the Cosbys, R. Kelly, all of these people, all these celebrities, all of them, they're part of the Epstein class. So he gives them an opportunity. You see, this is what the Epstein class do. They can they can afford to be on GQ. They have access to all these different spots. I'm not going on GQ. They will never bring me on GQ. They don't want to hear what I'm talking about. They don't want to talk about no Fred Hampton on GQ. They don't talk about none of that shit. But they'll give Jay-Z, camel face, elbow face ass, an opportunity to come sit up there, act like he is somebody. Like he got something to actually say. Nigga, you a court jester. You's a fucking clown. That's all you are. You have added nothing to civilization. Your music is trash. It ain't your music because you got ghostwriters. You have added nothing. But go ahead. Let's see what you about to say, Jigga.
specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American Dream. Until
the only thing he heard coming up was the American Dream. He never heard of, his whole life, he never heard of Fred Hampton. He never heard of Huey P. Newton. He never heard of George Jackson. He never heard of none of these people. He never heard of Bob Marley. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Yo, Jay-Z did a song, that he bit off Marley. The late, great Bob Marley. I forgot the name of the song. I forgot the name of the freestyle. But you never heard of none of these people that told you capitalism was evil. All you heard about was the American Dream, which they call the American Nightmare. Who said that? Somebody Google that and see who called it the American Nightmare. But you never heard none of these people. You see, but this clown that's biting his bottom lip, he getting turned on right now by Jay-Z. Look at him, biting his lip, smiling, giving Jay-Z the opportunity to just lie. And that's why they got him there. Listen to this goofy shit.
we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the
No, you're selling out because you're taking an art that was started by the people in the ghettos, and you're going to go get paid by these corporations that are going to use your art and twist it to come back and oppress your own people. And people are like, you're selling out, Jay-Z. You're selling out, Kumo D. All you sons of bitches are selling out. Because now you're not, because, yo, which one of them, Jay-Z, any of them, which one of them have dropped an Epstein song? Because like back in the day, as soon as something popping, yo, it's like mad people dropping songs. It's all in people lyrics. They're not talking about the Epstein class because they're in it. They're not talking about Puffy because they ain't them videos. These are the Epstein class. And they push these people in our face. You know why he talking? You know why he started coming out doing all these interviews? Because he got a concert. And you idiots are going to go buy it. And the shit is already sold out. Because that's what they don't produce. A bunch of dummies that will go stand there and pay. And you about to go stand there and listen to them spit doing this shit. I'm Jay-Z. You're going to stand there. You're going to pay money, pay parking, and go stand there to go watch him say that garbage. You an idiot. Real talk. I don't even want you part of what we doing. You're not ready. If you're still going to go stand around and listen to court justice spew ignorance, you a dummy. And then he going to go there and tell you about how broke you are.
first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artists. That's a mind game. Well, we would.
Nobody said that. Nobody had no law for struggle. Nobody ever said struggling was cool. Who the fuck said that, Jay-Z? Who the fuck ever said struggling was cool, Jay-Z? But he just making up shit. And Dum just sitting there grinning.
Called back in the day for tricknology. He was like, no, I'm not going for that.
You see how he just did that? You see what the savages do? Talking about some tricknology. It's the same thing they did with what you call it? Let me take a second. What they call it, man? They got a word. They use it in now, man. Oh man, all Republicans, man. They be like it used to be like tricknology. Like once you know, like woke. Back in the day, woke used to be like, yo, you get it. You get it that America's not free, that this not a democracy. You get it that the police not your friends. Yo, you understand you're woke. You're woke to the system. Yo, this sons of bitches done twisted woke to mean liberalism, to being what you call it, identity politics. They done twisted the whole what woke is. So now they done took woke from the people and flipped that shit around to mean something totally different. So when I say like, yo, I'm woke, people be thinking I'm talking about some other shit. Yo, I'm woke to the system. I'm woke to like Trump doesn't fight for me. That the military don't go over there killing people for me. I know that because I'm woke. And I understand I live under imperialism. There is no democracy here. Your vote don't mean shit. You see, I'm woke. You see, but they don't turn woke to something they don't even mean. Like, how can you put woke and identity politics together? It don't even make no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. But that's what they're doing. And that's what he just did with tricknology. Talking about that's tricknology. That's tricknology when they're saying like we sold out because we're going to work for these Zionist companies that's making us produce music that's going to have our people killing each other. That's tricknology. When really tricknology came from the nation of gods and whatever. I think I don't even want to go into that because then I'm gonna have to go into like Clarence 13X, Elijah Muhammad, Fall Muhammad. I'm gonna have to go all the way down that line. But those are the terms that used to be like God bodies used to be talking about tricknology because God bodies like we believe they were conscious. They were conscious to what was going on. What was it? 90 something percent, 95% or something like 95%ers. Like they knew the world for what it was. And the other people, the rest of the people were like, I don't want to say stupid, ignorant. We're ignorant and really didn't understand. So they use terms like tricknology. This buffoon, camel face, elbow face, buffalo lips is coming up here to switch up the meaning of tricknology. Talk about that's tricknology. Him becoming a capitalist and selling out. He's talking about like us saying like that's wrong. That's tricknology. We're trying to trick him. We're tricking him now. That capitalism is bad. We came up with that. Capitalism just became bad in the late 90s and 2000s when he became rich, a billionaire. That's when we started thinking capitalism was bad. Forget all the books, all the literature, all the revolutionaries, everybody that always said capitalism was poison. Forget all of that. They just believe what he's saying because what he's saying, because he's saying it is true. That shit sound like some Trump shit. Some Trump shit. Just sit up there and lie to millions of people.
No, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first, and then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage.
I make art first, then I make sure I'm compensated for my art. How do you make sure? You run up in there with guns and make sure they give you the bread, or you give them what they want? You give them the art they want. You say what they want so they could keep you plastered. Yo, bro, you like 50-something years old. You shouldn't even be in hip-hop no more. Your time should be long gone. But they keep you around. They keep you. They keep Snoop. They keep some of you old people around. They don't bought y'all for y'all to groom the next generation coming up. That's why you're still around. You're not cool. You're not in the hood. There's nothing about you that anybody in the hood should like, except for these niggas that ain't got no confidence in themselves, that look at you and want to be like you. I mean, this is the first time you're doing this. Yo, he been said it. Yo, he be like, yo, live vicariously through me. Who the fuck are you for me to live vicariously through you? Fuck you, Jay-Z. Like what you eat make me shit. I should live vicariously through you. Bitch. This is shit Fred Hampton was talking about, smacking niggas. This type of shit he was talking about. Live vicariously through me. I wish somebody would say that shit to my face. You be swallowing your fucking teeth. I should suffer in the hood with poison water, with the doubling of my rent, with goddamn rodents everywhere, with police shooting me in the back, shooting my kids, beating my kids up when they go to the store. I'm sitting inside a minivan, the police run up, shooting in the car. But I should just live vicariously through you because you in motherfucking Spain, you in motherfucking Italy somewhere. I should be fucking happy for you. Die, bitch. I hope you die. I hope you catch AIDS right, Rockefeller. We ain't nothing cool. We not cool. You not pro-black. You not a class ally. The people supposed to hate you, bruh. The people supposed to see you for what you are. And we listening to him. We listen to him spew this ignorance.
I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I ain't taking.
How the fuck you ain't get there by taking advantage of people? You know what you took advantage of? You know what you took advantage of? When you went to Brooklyn. Them Russian people came to Brooklyn, because I live in Newark, New Jersey. Yo, Brooklyn is right there, across the water. Them people from Russia came. They gave you money. They said, hey, yo, Jay-Z, man, we about to go in there and displace all these people that live in Brooklyn. We got to go take all this property so we could do what we want to do, build our motherfucking stadium so we could get some ball chasers in there to distract the people some more so we could exploit them. So, Jay-Z, come on, sign on. We're going to give you 0.1% stake in it. And once you come in here and then you tell the people, like, look at me, look how I rose up. And if I did it, you could do it. And yo, we gonna move y'all. We gonna put y'all somewhere else. We gonna put, like, I got you. You gonna be the face, Jay-Z. Give us the credibility. That's capitalism, bitch. That's you using yourself to exploit the other people. You're a savage. You're a traitor to your people. That's exactly what you are.
No one. That's not my reputation.
That is the reputation.
I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some wrinkle in a capitalist structure.
You did take advantage of the loophole in the system. You sitting on that platform right now is you taking advantage of the loophole in the system that's afforded to people like you. When those people accuse you of rape, yo, you ain't go to jail like they do everybody else. Yo, if somebody come here and say, yo, he raped me, they're not coming here to talk to me. They're locking my black ass up. And I'm going to have to go inside that jail because there ain't no such thing as bond no more. They're going to be like, yeah, we locking him up. Yo, this is a serious case. He going to have to sit and go to court. And I'm going to have to go take a public defender or the cheapest lawyer I could find that got 1 million cases. I ain't got no chance. And they're going to come at me. And either I got to go to court facing the fucking power of the government by myself and this fucking public defending. Or I got to cop out. 97% of people that are in jail copped out because they can afford lawyers like you. You have lawyers to throw away the case. It's not that you're innocent. You got lawyers to buy people. You could buy the judge. You could buy the lawyers. You could even buy the people you raped. Yeah, you took advantage of the system, man. Look at your kids. My daughter came in on stage with Beyonce. Your ugly, retarded looking daughter be up on stage all the time dancing. Like, you can't see she look retarded. We all can't see it. We all see it. I know y'all feel bad. Y'all know how she look. She look weird. Don't even know how to dance. Like, got 2 left feet. You see, but you can take advantage of that, of being in those spaces. Ain't no bruh. It is what it is. It is what it is. You don't think so? Y'all don't out there don't look at her like she look weird, but he's taking advantage of it. Him, his wife, they're taking advantage, and they put a retarded self up there, and she up there with 2 left feet. But we supposed to be like, yeah, she know what she doing. Man, you stupid. You stupid.
That structure exists, you know, and I just see the world for what it is, not for what I want it to be. I'm a real.
Yeah, that you see the world for what it is, not what he wanted to be. Listen, remember what he's saying. He see the world for what it is, and he's not trying to change it for what it should be. He played a game. Because now I'm telling you, the contradictions exposes someone. He said he never took advantage of it. You're sitting here, I ain't even do no research. I could name off the top of my head how you took advantage of the system. And then you sit here, you're saying you deal with the world the way it is, not trying to change it. You're lying. You're lying. You use it when it fits you. You use the system when it fits you, and then try to talk about it when it don't. Let me keep playing.
Not ideal. It's not idealistic.
Why is he grinning? The fuck he grinning for? Yo, what the fuck this nigga said that's so tough and so funny and so brilliant for him to be looking like this? Fuck is you doing? Who the fuck son this is right here? Yo, he think like this is cool for him to have his hat up there. Yo, that mean I'm hood right here. Like a fucking clown. A fucking clown.
People speak about the world how they want to see it. You're never gonna win like that.
Yeah, people speak about the world the way that you want to see it. You're never gonna win like that. You should just stay in slavery. Don't see the world like you should be free from bondage. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're never gonna win like that, nigga. Be a slave. Slave this thing out till the wheels fall off. Fucking clown, son. Oh, let me put this sound on. I want you to hear the goofy shit.
We're not allowed to do anything. I even want you to take that out of your vocabulary.
Take what?
Allowed. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to do anything.
Bitch, I'm allowed to eat. Word up. What you mean we're not allowed to do anything? You don't see the police brutalizing people left and right? What are you talking about we're not allowed? They come and steal in our homes. What do you mean we're not allowed? This motherfucker talking like we all fucking free and we control our destiny. You see, but he could say that to that little kid right there because he ain't going to push back. Because that's what all these institutions are there for. To give platforms to these clowns. And then most of the people out there that's hearing this, they don't have the ability to understand what he's saying. And to attack what he's saying. They're just listening, shaking their head like word. Because niggas is dumb. There's a lot of dumb niggas.
You know, in order for someone to allow you, they have to have authority over you. Mm-hmm. No one has
authority over us, bruh. No one. We watching ICE shoot people in the face. We watching them go in people's houses, jobs, dragging them out. We see the police all these years. The prison industrial system, the fucked up schools. Nobody has. Hey, yo, these people made a disease. They threw that shit in the air. And then they told people, yo, come take our shit to motherfucking to heal yourself. And if you don't take the medicine that we telling you to take, you can't go outside, you can't go to work, you can't go to the movies, you can't do nothing. We're going to shun you out of the system. And this goofball is sitting here talking about, no, let me bring this back a little bit. Go ahead, Jigga Man.
You know, in order for someone to allow you, they have to have authority over you. Mm-hmm. No one has authority over us. We exist like everyone else here. No one can allow us to do anything. And
nigga, yo, I swear to God, who the fuck is we that exist? Nobody can allow us to do anything? Nigga, try to take a plane trip somewhere. You gotta go get a visa. You gotta get a passport. You gotta pay your soul to get on that plane. Nobody allows us to do anything. This nigga crazy, man. But he's not crazy. He think we are all stupid. That's why he can say the things he's saying.
The world for what it is, not for what I want it to be. I'm a realist, not an ideal. It's not idealistic. People speak about the world.
Wanting to be free is idealistic. He's a realist because he see the world for what it is. Go ahead,
How
talk.
they want to see it. You're never gonna win like that.
Camel face.
You said something just now though about you pushing independence, right? Kind of like in the spirit of Prince.
Why the fuck you pushing independence if you see the world for what it is? You see the contradictions I'm talking about? If you living in the world as it is, why are you pushing independence like Prince? Because he can't just be a sellout. Now he got to be a revolutionary like Prince. He got to push independence. He got to be doing his own thing. But remember, he just said a few seconds ago, he deals with the world the way it is. If you're dealing with the world the way it is, why the fuck you pushing independence, Jigga man? You shouldn't be pushing none of that shit. You're being idealistic, nigga.
Embody that. Do you feel like you are kind of setting a mold or leading a charge for like what the successful black man is allowed to do? And like breaking these spaces, breaking these confines?
Yeah. I even want you to take that out of your vocabulary.
Take what?
Allowed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not allowed to do anything. You know, in order for someone to allow you, they have to have authority over you. Mm-hmm. No one has authority over us. We exist like everyone else here. No one can allow us to do anything. But that word comes from a real space. And I want to eliminate all those type of words for us. Yeah. Yes. So the answer to that is yes.
When you're on a mission to eliminate words like allow.
Yeah, he's going to eliminate all of those words for us. But he deals with the world the way it is. Like the contradictions makes no sense, man. Yo, Jigga a fraud. He always been a fraud. His whole life he been a fraud, man. That's what they do. That's what celebrities are. And Malcolm said it, man. These celebrities are not leaders, ball players, trumpet players. These are not leaders. They're court jesters. They're clowns. I mean, that's what they are, man. He has to drag 60 millions to judge lawyer settlements. Nah, man, but it is what it is, though, man. But yeah, but that's it, yo. We done with the speech struggle. And what is it? It's a class struggle. We done with this class struggle. We're gonna go back to the regular class. Yo, this was class 7. We got a few more classes and we done with this cycle. I mean, but look, a few announcements. We're gonna be, I don't know if I should say it now. You know what? Matter of fact, tomorrow 9 o'clock, 9 a.m., we're gonna be on Facebook, on YouTube. We're gonna be back here, and it's gonna be me and the comrade Jeremy. We're gonna be talking about the news of the day and what we're gonna be doing, the institutions that we're gonna be putting in the community, and the different things that we're gonna have coming up for the people. Like we're gonna be going to the range. We're trying to put together. You said what time? Tomorrow 9 a.m. I believe. No, I'm sorry. Tomorrow 10 a.m. 10 a.m. This is our second show. I gotta get it together. Tomorrow 10 a.m. I mean, but we're going to be talking about an event that we're putting together in a couple of months. We're going to be at the shooting range. We're going to invite a couple of people to come through. But before we go, we're going to give a couple of classes online, on video, on how to clean a gun, gun safety, all of that. And then we're going to do a whole event. And we're going to go out there, have a conversation, get some food, go out there, shoot the gun. I mean, like, I don't know. Who don't want to go shoot a gun? But pull up, though. But so that's tomorrow, 10, pull up. On Sunday, we do the podcast at 12 o'clock. All power to the people. Jeremy got a couple of shows. Jeremy, put it in the group chat. Let me shout out the shows that you got going on during the week. I mean, but we trying to stay, man. We trying to bring this content to you that's real. We're trying to talk to you from the bottom. We're trying to tell you what the people in the valley are saying. You see, most of the time when you come on these spaces, all you're going to hear is status quo information. Status quo, what the government wants you to know. And people are scared to say what it is. Like everybody's going to be scared to go at Jay-Z. People are scared to say the truth because they think Jay-Z is so powerful. Man, fuck Jay-Z. Man, fuck Jay-Z, man. Sunday at 2 p.m., Monday, Tuesday at 9 p.m. Okay, that's Jeremy. That's Jeremy on YouTube. Sunday, 2 p.m., Monday, Tuesday at 9 p.m., and Thursday at 10 a.m. At the, what's that? At the what? Podcast?
It's the VOR podcast.
talk, man.
What's up,
I'm not
everybody?
talking. Yo, go ahead. Yo, matter of fact, scratch what I just said. So go ahead, Jeremy. Tell them about what you doing.
Oh yeah, we put together our own organization, working with Chairman Africa. We're going to be doing a lot of community events. I want to be down there in Newark, New Jersey, real soon to work with him and the after school programs, stuff like that. And then Chairman Africa has been getting some big name interviews. Like hopefully with the amount of press that we've been getting, we could really make this a big thing. And we start recruiting real soon. We've been having meetings every week. And this is like a group thing. Like we make decisions as a group. Like no, there is no, like, it's not about one single person. So all we want to do is just try our best, because we kind of know what's coming, to come together and help each other, since the government's kind of abandoned us. So
and check this out. Yo, me and Jeremy, I just met him a couple of weeks ago.
Couple of months now.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months now.
All right, so check this out, Jeremy. You see, like, look, you've been so cool. It just seemed like I met you last week, baby boy. but check this out, though. We talking about coming together to work together.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy was like, oh, what you say? You need something for food? Jeremy was like, I got a number. I got somebody. Let me call him and see if we could get you some more food. He called bruh up. Dude called me. Yo, we already put the paperwork in.
Nice.
So it took 2-3 days.
That's how we do it.
Yo, we're gonna be getting food to give out to the people. Yo, this is what we're talking about, working together to provide what people need in the community, not just bumping your gums. People come up here and talk, and they be like, "Send me some subs." Oh, I almost forgot. Hey, yo, go ahead, do what they be doing. Y'all know they're clicking the notification, all that goofy shit.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, y'all know that shit. Hey, yo, the notification. Hey, yo, share the shit.
All right, I'm hopping off.
Now, talk to you later, my comrade.
All right.
But yeah, but till next time, all power to the people. I live for the people. I die for the people.